A few years ago, I heard a little story about someone that was taking a tour, or it's a kind of a proverb. I'm not sure where it comes from. Anyway, they go into one room, and there are four people sitting around a table, right? And they have these strange scene, but they have these big soup bowls in front of them, right? And they have a spoon that is like attached to their arm. But the spoon is so long, it's impossible for them to get it into their soup bowl, okay? And so these people have soup all over the floor, all over themselves. They're skinny, and they're yelling at each other. And somebody says, what's going on here? The guy says, this is hell. So they go to the next room, and it's the same situation. You have these four people sitting around a table, and they have these giant spoons attached to their arms that they cannot get to their own mouth. And they're all putting their spoon in their neighbor's bowl and feeding them. And it said, and they were happy, and they were talking, and they were well fed. And they said, this is heaven. It would be better if he had never been born. Did you hear those words in the gospel today? Those are frightening words. The Son of Man indeed goes, as it is written of him, but woe to that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. We can't read Judas's mind. We don't know what was going on. But what we do know is that he sold his Lord for 30 pieces of silver, that he stole from the money bag, that he lied to his face. And so Judas is this example, if you will, of hell. He despairs. It's all about him, all the way to the end. We had the contrast between Peter and Judas, and their sin and their failure, and then their betrayal and their repentance. And Peter repents unto the Lord, and Judas repents unto himself. Again, back to the self and the self. Jesus says this is setting us up for going into Holy Week now. Jesus says, one of you will betray me. And they're like, is it me? And if I stood up here in front of you all and I said, one of you will betray Jesus, would you say, is it me? Or would you say, surely it must be so-and-so? Is it me? We call that an examination of conscience. Is it me, Lord? And so Lent is coming to an end today. And we start a new season, the Triduum, the 3 holiest days of the year, the 3 days of anticipation. Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and the season of Easter begins. So today, let's strive to recognize that we cannot live our lives focused on ourselves. That's hell. We must love the Lord our God with all of our heart, all of our mind, all of our soul, and our neighbor as ourselves.